Everything I spit rare, we sound in that great area podcast. They talk about hip hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Let me catch it.
Very special episode today for a couple of reasons. Unless you've been living under a rock, there's been a lot going on throughout April. So we're going to do a special release recap based on the madness that's been going on. But before we do that, we've got a very special guest, and it's the first time we've ever had a guest on the show. Our friend Neil is joining us. Neil, do you want to just tell us a little bit about, I don't know, top 5 rappers and like some of the stuff you're listening to at the minute, just to give people a bit of an idea of, you know, what you're into, what you're about.
Yeah, no problem. Just want to say, first off, I want to say thank you for having me. But yeah, I'm going to go straight into it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Top 5 in no particular order. Got J. Cole. I got Drake. Okay. Jay-Z. Lil Wayne. And that last one, Busta Rhymes.
Ooh.
I like
that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that top 5. Couple names in there that are relevant right now as well.
Yeah. I think.
And is there anything that's been in rotation for you recently?
Well, I listened to recently. I'm listening to Sub album a lot. I must admit. And just J. Cole. I ain't picking no sides yet, but I'm just saying J. Cole, I think.
Okay.
That might delete later. And Drake's, what do you call it? Drake's, what's the last album he did?
What Scary Hours 3?
We forgot about that one
for
as
the
well.
dogs.
Yeah,
you talk about Scary Hours.
Scary Hours, the bonus tracks in that.
Yeah, definitely. So that's where Drake revived himself.
Just...
Yeah, he 100% revived himself with that.
Saved the album again.
100%.
Yeah. Now I have that downloaded on my phone. It's just back to back rapping. Yeah, he's on it. So yeah, that's my top 5, and that's what I'm listening to right now.
Nice one. Well, before we get into it, I just want to quickly say as well, it feels like ages ago, but rest in peace, Rico Wade, member of Production Collective, Organised Noise, one of the most underrated duos. Or are they a duo? I always forget. Is it a duo or is it? Well, listen, Production Collective, like I said, incredible. Done some of the finest Outcast work. Big loss. Rest in peace. But speaking of J. Cole, perfect segue. I think for the listeners, we'll just let them know something big happened yesterday, and we will get there. But we want to run through the month. So let's start with beginning of April. J. Cole drops a surprise project on us. Let's try not think about 7 Minute Drill or the events that happened at the Dreamville Fest. Like, how do we feel about that project?
It was good.
Just generally.
It felt like it was solid. Like, I was trying to save them to my library, but because I was logged in or added stuff to the playlist, you saw how many songs I added to the playlist. I was feeling it. I was feeling like 5-6 of the songs. And because I'm forbidden from talking about 7 Minute Drill just for now, I thought it was a good project. There's a song, Hunting Wabbits. I quite like that one. You know, there's another track on there. I can't remember the name because you guys made me take my likes.
All I remember is Neil. So we've sent you the playlist, and then little shameless plug. If you know, we'll put it in the show notes. You can check out what we've been listening to, some of our favorite tracks of the month. So yeah, check that out when you get a chance, listeners. Yeah. But that playlist, I went on there, and the whole album was on there. I was like, surely not. Like if I want to hear the album, I'll go to the album. But Sam had a little bit of a malfunction. But it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, the album's...
Sorry, who else? Yeah, album's fire. Did you say?
Yeah, it's I had my points here like Crocodile Tears. We obviously heard it released before it dropped, and that was like, I don't know, like you get your troops ready. Like it sets a scene. Like I feel like it's like something real's gonna come through. Like it's kind of like quiet, but it's not too loud either. It's just right. And then Ready 24. That reminded me of mixtape Cole. Like the way he's shouting on the beat and just bar for bar, like he's just that aggression's coming out.
I'm gonna lie though, Cameron spun him on that track. Cameron's verse was doing more for me than what Cole was saying.
Right. But I think I agree. Well, actually, no, I don't agree. But I would say Cameron on that was amazing because that last album he did, when Cameron was featuring it, I thought he would have some bars, but he was just had a few kind of what you call it, ad-libs and stuff. So to have him actually have a verse in this, I was going crazy. I was just going for had that kind of old school Cameron flow, and they both kind of held their own in their own way. But yeah, that kind of gave me that kind of old school mixtape. Cole just rapping his hardest, what giving a fuck, and yeah, that was amazing. So for me, Ray 24 was crazy. Hunting Rabbits, like Sam said, the beat is fire. That is, I love the skit in it as well. I think it's perfectly placed. He's having fun with it, and yeah, he just let people know that I'm like that. Like, I don't care what anyone's saying about recent event.
We'll get to that soon. His pen
is crazy. And then my last one that of highlight for me was the HYB one that collab with Central C.
Central was amazing though on that track. I must admit, man, he was just barring off. I was like, oh my god,
that song is all right. It's not. I think it's that good.
Chorus, though,
you don't think it's no? Come on, man, that song's good. That song's good.
I don't like Central C really at all.
Same.
None of us do, man.
No, but that's what I don't either. That's what I mean. That's what it surprised me.
Yeah,
it literally surprised me. I don't check him like that at all. And then he started doing his thing. So I was like, what is this?
Speak your piece on why you like this song, Neil. But for me personally, I was like, I don't
know. I think the reason why I think without getting too deep, I feel like for this song, no one really compromised their quality and authenticity. Everyone was true to themselves. Like when you mix different styles together, it can sometimes just not make sense and feel very just unnatural. But I feel like Central was true to his style. J. Cole was too, and so was Bus. So that's why I was like, yo, this is sick. Like this is just. I was thinking, how is Central C gonna come on this track where Cole spitting and the beat was good as So it's surprising. I like Central, but that time I was like, I heard him in a different ear, and I was like, maybe there's more to him. So maybe I should give him a bit more kind of maybe it's my gateway to some more Central C songs.
Central C was hard when he first came out. He had a song called Loading and another one that I can't remember. Yeah, when I first heard that song, I said, "This guy's next up." He was up there with me, for me, with like Digger D and all the other people coming up at that time. Then out of nowhere, boom, he was gone. And I stopped liking him then. And arguably, I think because I couldn't see him when he had those first two tracks. Something about it was like, this feels genuine, whatever. Then I saw it, I was like, I don't even rate this guy. Like, you know, when you just look at someone, it's like, you don't match what's going on here. And I was I don't like it. But I say all that, he's had a few bangers with Dave, and, you know, I can't deny Sprint is hard. In fact, I liked a lot of that project, but I started getting a bit of smoke for that. But yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Kieran, with this project?
I don't know, man. I feel like I never felt, oh man, it's that final song. The final song put this sour taste in my mouth when you listen to it. And
sorry, what are you referencing as the final song? Trade the truth in the beef. You know
what? No, man.
That's the final song.
You know very well.
What song are you talking about?
I see it dimmed on my phone. Like that song is still there. You didn't delete that properly.
Oh no!
It's still there. I'm looking at it like this is a sour taste. It feels. The thing is, like, I love Cole as well. I love Off Season so much. And I feel like those documentary things he was posting on YouTube, I was thinking, oh, we're finally getting the fall off. And this is sounding good as well. And then the project drops, it's not fall off. It's like, it's got some weird vibes on it. There's not proper energy, I think personally. Like, there's so obviously, he knows he's dropping this in the midst of some, like, kerfuffle going on in the scene, isn't it? So, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. Like, I thought I would like Crocodile Tears more, but I didn't. I don't know. Like, nothing stuck. Only Hide Your Bitch. I don't know why. Oh, sorry. But,
oh, Jesus.
Wait, but there's some songs that stand out, man.
Of course you can fucking swear. What the hell?
You
just didn't expect it.
It's a contested word, isn't it?
but Kieran, how about
wait,
Pie,
where's
though?
that song? But it's HYB, isn't it? I was thinking, what the fuck is Hide Your Bitch? I don't know that one.
That's how I know you haven't listened to it that much.
I listen to the songs I like, as you saw.
That's
They're
what
all on the
reminds me.
playlist.
All of them.
It even can't get enough energy. I don't know why. Pie's good as well. Yeah, I was listening.
Yeah,
To Pies
fire
and
and
the other two.
And 3001 is some of the best rapping I've ever heard from Cole. Anyway,
Okay, no,
the way
3001 is good. You know, I had that on the playlist.
Yeah, exactly.
So I haven't heard it in a minute.
Listen, you saw what I had on the playlist. Sean removed everything.
Sean been deleting.
Sean might delete later.
Did I?
Nah. I had to take mine off, as you know. As you know, I had to take mine off because I literally put the whole album on there, which is a big L.
Yeah, this month's been long.
But yeah. I don't know. That album hasn't stuck with me, really and truly. I've been more interested in other stuff.
Me neither. But Theo, what's your general take then?
No, I actually think the album is I'm gonna stand on my feet and say it's fire because I actually think it is fire, and Cole's rapping at an elite level, and he's letting everybody know that he is. And this is so gonna feel weird saying this, but it is true. He's the one who's rapping at the most highest level currently right now. Obviously, everyone, we know what's going on, and we'll get onto that later. But he is proving that he is rapping at a tier that is above. And I just think like tracks like Pi and 3001 are just phenomenal. Like I think Pi, that is, like he even mentions it. I think that is feature of the year. I'm not hearing a feature that's better than that. I'm sorry, but a feature that's better than that. What am I talking about? It's his own track. But that's what I mean. It was that dope at the end that makes you feel like it's like that because he's just going off, and the way he's rhyming and his cadence and flow is just incredible. And no, I think the project as a whole is brilliant. Obviously, I had a different feel from it because of the last track, but I've not really gone on to that. But taking that aside, because he's removed it, because I've not got that on my phone. My phone, look, you can see it's not there, so I kind of just disregard it. So as a project, I think it's a solid fire project, and it's good to know that that's the level he's at, and I've got high hopes for the fall off. Apart from,
but do you think he holds the same energy of like that Pi verse over the whole project?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying, but I still think it's a solid and fire project, and it does give me high hopes for the fall off. The only issue I've got is the content and how he's going to rhyme because of the last song and what's happened with that. That's the only thing that's the only problem I have with that, because there's certain bars now that are not going to hit, and I can't just view them the same. It's the only issue I have.
See, I promise you as well, this is how I felt after I first listened to it before things that followed. I was a bit underwhelmed, and I think the main reason why is not really to do with Cole's, like, the quality per se. It's more, I said it in the last episode, Cole set this expectation with that run through that he shared with, like, you know, the agenda basically, you know, It's a Boy and the fall off, and that there was the, you know, he'd crossed out the off season, there was the feature run, and I feel like he's been on this sort of upward trajectory in terms of momentum. And the off season, we discussed, like, we feel like that might be his best album, like besides the mixtapes, might be his best album. And there's this real anticipation for the fall off. So then to get this out of nowhere, I think also the timing with like what Kendrick did with the Like That verse also kind of ruffled feathers and whatnot. But it just was like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. I feel like I was like, personally as a fan, I'm ready for the fall off. I feel like he's reached that moment. And then we got this, and I just didn't feel like this was progression from, or like, I didn't even think it was on the level of off season. So I was just a bit underwhelmed. And then, I mean, I don't know if we want to get into 7 Minute Drill now, whether now's the right time. Or,
yeah, it's the right time. That song, honestly, I said to you straight away. I said to you guys straight away, I don't find this that exciting. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing I was saying about what's his name's thing, Kendrick's one. I don't find this that exciting. And obviously, we know what happened with the aftermath of it. But the fact it was called 7 Minute Drill and it wasn't 7 minutes long, that was instantly me just like, why? You know what I mean?
Well, I think I said to you all in the group as well, the thing for me was I just didn't believe him. I didn't believe the words he was saying, and it felt like it was very much reactionary to Like That and to what Kendrick said in his verse. So it just didn't have that punch for me. I just felt like, I don't know, there was like one line in there where I thought, oh, what does he mean by this? But other than that, I just like, no, but we know that you respect Kendrick. We know that you rate his catalogue. It's like, what are we doing here? Did anyone think it was like hard or a great diss track when it first came out?
I think
It was
fun.
something.
Yeah.
It was there. What about you?
Wait,
Neil?
Neil, you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, man, I thought it was fun. I was laughing. I saw it as a game. I didn't see it as like. I don't see it as like you're playing ball or something and you're taking it and cheap. I said it's like the one game you're just doing all the tricks and you're just messing around. You're taking it seriously. We're taking nothing heavy. But you're like, you know what? I'm gonna break your ankles for a little bit and just laugh at you and then shake your hand afterwards. I feel like he was just feeding them out in the room. Do you know what I mean? He's like, you know what, man? This is a light pack, but let me just play with you a little bit and like give the fans what they wanted. But I'm not really coming at you like that. And I didn't take it too seriously in terms of like bars, so it didn't really. I wasn't really critiquing it. Some bars and I was thinking that's a bit weak, but overall I enjoyed it. I was laughing, I was smiling the whole way through. I do agree. Sometimes, like it's not really real like that. And I think it's a mismatch because Kendrick had that strong energy to be like, yo, this is me. Like this is what I'm saying on that like that verse. And then J. Cole came with it like a little like, well, he came like a little kind of like a uncle playing with his nephew, like, well, I'm gonna play with you and destroy you. But that's what it felt like to me. But I enjoyed it. I do see what the critics are saying. I get it, but just from my experience listening to it, I just enjoyed it. I didn't take it too seriously. So I was hoping to be another round. I was thinking this will be like his introduction to this whole rap beat, and then the next round he comes up with, he'll be like with some killer shit. But
fair enough.
What's like?
Well, yeah, we're gonna get onto the events that followed as well. But go on, Sam.
The thing was as well, the current example is that Like That was actually a good song that you could vibe to and have a good time. I did not feel any vibes from 7 Minute Drill. It felt like, you know, that diss track vibe of like, this isn't even a song. I'm just trying to like be creative and insult you, rather than the fun part of making a good diss track like Kendrick did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's as good a song. Yeah,
Like That was shit. Sorry, Like That.
You don't like That?
No,
You're in the same boat as me.
Like That.
I said
it
wasn't good, but I've come to now like the song a bit, but mainly for Future. I don't like the beat too much, and I don't really think Kendrick was doing too much. But he was having fun, and it was a song. 7 Minute Drill was not a song.
I think.
I
know we're getting into more things. I think it's the best song out of all of them.
I love this.
I like that.
You're gonna make us go. You're gonna make us go way to the end of the conversation. Like That is not the best thing we're gonna talk about today. No.
But as a song, just as it's like a song,
like a song, you can vibe to it.
Yeah.
I think the chorus was definitely a bop for sure. I'll give you that.
You could start speeding the whip to Kendrick's verse as well. Like,
exactly. I get that.
The flow is like.
Kieran, you're banned from speeding in the whip. Kieran is
you got to stop speeding in the
whip. He is the worst driver. That man has hit more people and cars than he's actually driven on the road, bro.
Trust me, I clipped the whip the other day, you know.
And you clipped it again. Oh my days.
You know when we used to joke and say that you crashed the whip to this music? Kieran actually he's about that life. He's really like that.
Dang.
Man's crashing the whip like
Oh no. So yeah, I mean, 7 Minute Drill is what it is. Whether like you said, Neil, whether you didn't take it too serious, you enjoyed it, or whether like me, you were more, I don't believe it. A couple days later, or whatever it is, Dreamville Fest comes along, and J. Cole goes on a bit of a monologue, and in that, I mean, first of all, I feel like it got twisted a little bit. I don't think he apologized to Kendrick. He just apologized to fans, didn't it? Just for like not being authentic. People were saying, "Oh, he apologized to Kendrick." I don't know if that actually happened. Did it?
I think he did, because I think he said like, if you want to take another shot at me, go ahead. Like, I stick my chin out, you can hit me, and it's all.
Oh yeah, that bit's wild.
God, that's the wildest thing. I'm sorry, I can't let that sit, man. That just angered me. I can't even, because I mean, I love J. Cole, but when you're telling the whole world, it's all right, man, my chin is out there for the taking. I mean, what are you doing? Like, just keep your mouth shut, man. You can't be doing that stuff. I respect low
testosterone behavior,
I respect you for like, yeah, that's the thing. But I respect you for coming out and saying, no, I love Kendrick. I don't want to do this, but just stop there. Why are you telling the whole world I stick my chin out? Like, I mean, come on, man. This is like,
it was just that line a bit, yeah.
It was a bit of dick riding in it. Like at that point, it was not embarrassing. Should have stayed on Reddit with that one.
Wow. Do you know what though? Overall, for me, I actually like. I think we said this, but I respect like what you were saying, Theo. I actually just respect the thing in general. Like I think if he felt he weren't being authentic and he had the courage to go up there and just be like, do you know what? I fucked up. I think that's kind of progressive. We don't really see that in hip hop.
Yeah, I agree.
But the thing for me now, to bring it full circle...
Everyone thought it, though. Like, everyone thought this wasn't authentic, so he has to...
Well, yeah.
He can't be putting out his chest saying, this is what I mean.
No, he made the right call. Absolutely, he definitely made the right call. But to bring it full circle, what's now happened is that after doing this and sort of stepping out of this arena, it's just changed the meaning of so many songs and lyrics from J. Cole that just don't hit the same.
Can I add to that? Do you know how Cole's music wasn't already sitting well? Like we've been talking about it for the past 6 months or so. Like some things are sounding cheesy these days, but like this is just like doubled it up now. It's a problem.
It's just more like listen. You don't always have to be about what you're saying. It's just it's for me. It's like if I believe you that. It is whatever. I'm going off on a tangent, but it's just like when I hear lines like "I'll put your favorite rapper's neck in a noose," or there's countless things that he said, particularly in this recent run with the features in the off season. Now I'm like, but you're not though. You're not. Do you know what I mean? And it's like it's just there's that power, like what you said, Neil, about what's the song, Crocodile Tears.
Yeah,
I'm fully with you. When we saw the videos coming out on YouTube, the Mike Delete vlogs and like initially when the album dropped, that song had that energy to me where it was like, I mean, he's like standing over the camera's looking up at him. It's like, ooh, Cole's about it. Now it just doesn't hit the same, and it's such a shame, man. It's such a shame, but that's how I feel. Anyway, I'd like to kind of like cap this whole bit off. That's how I feel now, and I'm very, very interested to see where Cole goes with his career next, because I don't think he can come back on that same energy he's had the last few years.
He can't diss anyone again.
But you're not about it.
He can't diss anyone anymore. He can't even sneak diss people like that.
Why not? No, he might. No, I think he can. I think he can diss you.
Like, why did you do that?
No, I must admit, I think he can diss. I think he can come back and make I almost agree with like some of the things that I've heard, that if he was to go at someone, he could redeem himself to a point. I just don't think he can talk the way he's been talking in some of his music, like where he's like, I know I'm the best rapper out there, but you were tested and you can't say you crumbled, but you didn't prove that you were the best rapper there. So no one's going to believe what you're saying. And if you've got the same stuff that you've been talking about and you have that on the fall off, it's not gonna hit the same. That's the element
but
I have.
Isn't anyone taking into account he deleted his track? Like,
no, I know.
We've all heard it.
He kept on brand, man. He kept on brand. He deleted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what it is? I think the reason why I'm giving some pushback for Cole. Because I think in retrospect, if Cole had an inside of what Drake was cooking up before he released it, it might explain more so why he's so like done with this style. Because Drake's responses had been quite personal. Some of the references. So if you're actually really cool with someone, like that's my boy, and then you're in court in this triangle and you're going to find that he's going to drop some bombs that may like really get personal. It's like, I'm not trying to get caught up in this. This is going to get sticky.
True.
You're right. So I think
think of it
that's a good point.
When this album dropped, they were still touring, weren't they? I think they had 2 more dates or something like that.
Possibly, yeah, possibly. And the thing is as well, even so, like Drake's always, we said this on the last episode, Drake's always got spicy. He's always went to places. He's always like name dropped the people he shouldn't name drop. Like he's always been capable of making things get messy. So yeah, maybe Cole thought, you know what, this could get a little dark and go to a place that I'm not about. So yeah, that's a good
J. Cole
point.
just wants to ride his bike through the city and that's it. Sit on
no, stop.
Oh my
God. You know what? That's success. What rapper do you know can back and do that?
Yeah.
He's weird, man. I don't know, man.
Can do that.
He's on some weird stuff. But yeah, maybe you guys are right.
I'm with Neil. I like
it, man.
I'm viewing it now. I'm viewing it from a different perspective.
Andre 3000, I just on sad missions and then
Andre 3000 is a different one.
He's on
when he said he was dropping an album, we all got so excited. Then when we found out what it was, you're like, why?
No,
why?
and you know
I
what's
think
worse?
surely
We then
listen
tried to
it.
gas the flute album, like, and gas it as much as possible.
We did nothing of the sort.
That's what was even worse. It was
I
like,
didn't.
oh, we have to accept. We have to accept this.
Theo, I went for a walk in a field. I was like, I need to be somewhere serene. I was like, let me go walk in the local field and listen to this album. Oh my god, I didn't get halfway through. It was so long. No disrespect, I love Andre, but like it weren't spectacular.
I still listen to
Fair
the
play
album
to it, man.
back to front, but that's just me.
Fair play. But just to circle back on something Theo was saying about Cole being able to diss. I think for me, it's like he's just got to believe it though. He can't do it for the sake of it. He can't be like, do you know what? People are like are dissing me now and like, you know, making a mockery of my name. I'm just gonna call someone out. I'm just gonna like jump back in. If he's gonna get into a battle, for me, it's got to be real, because as we've seen, if he's gonna do something like 7-minute drill again, the people are gonna be like, oh, we don't believe it. So, and look, he's capable, I guess. The thing is, I don't know. Is he capable? I don't know. Maybe he's just not him.
He's had disses in it.
It was like, I don't mean on a skill level, by the way. I don't
Okay.
mean like his skill. I just mean I don't know whether it's in his nature. Like Kendrick has been telling us for years that he's not this good kid. That he's a dark guy. Drake's been about, like I say, making things messy. I just don't know if Cole, and that's fine. Like that's not a diss. I'm perfectly fine with that. I just don't want him to do this again, where because I don't like seeing Cole being spoken about like this. I'm still a Cole fan.
But I think to be a great rapper in hip hop, you don't necessarily have to always be in and out of beefs and battles.
No.
Like some of the greats, I'm sure in you guys' list as well, like they're not known just for their battles. Do you know what I'm saying? They're known for their hits, their albums, and they're all talking their shit. Do you know what I mean? Like I think you're meant to be that egotistic person. And I hear you saying, because like you can't say nothing now because usually you kind of wave the white flag and showed your ass. But I kind of see it as like, if you're a master and you're a pro or something, you don't necessarily have to prove to any certain single person or go for someone. Like, do you know what I mean? Like Afro Samurai, they come to him. He's done with the number one band, and they come to him to try and deal with him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole's at that level. I think when you get to a certain level of any profession that you do, you realize I don't have to necessarily go my way to get people to like me or to fight someone to show I got skills. I'm at that point now. I can just talk about anything I want, rap my arse off. People are gonna like it. I think he can still talk spicy. He can still talk spicy. Like, yes, he can't talk spicy about certain people, but I think if Quavo try to chat to him, Quavo, it's like, bro, Quavo, stop it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like with certain people, it's like you can feel like it's dead and lost. But I feel like when it comes to Kendrick, you can't reference Kendrick no more. You can't talk spice about Kendrick. It's just not going to sort of work the same. Even Drake, you can't. But I think anyone else can still get it. I think anyone else. I don't think it's out the race completely. I think he's still in there. But that's my opinion on that one.
Fair enough. Yeah. He's just got to be real. That's the thing for me, man. Just got to hear it in the voice, because we didn't hear it in
I've got a
7-minute
question
drill,
though. Is he in our top 5 still, like right now? I know for Neil, 100% he will be. Like, I didn't even need to ask you, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think he left the top 5 for me.
Because of this situation? You mean?
Honestly, because
just lost respect.
That conversation about some of the stuff sounding cheesy, and then now I'm not able to take some of these bars seriously anymore. Honestly, like it's just sounding like inauthentic music.
So you should top 5 now. Then are we talking dead and alive, like of all time, like? Because
I don't know what I'm talking about. You know,
because that's what I'm saying. If we're talking all time, J. Cole, as much as I love J. Cole, he wasn't in my top 5 anyway.
He was never in there.
That's fine.
He was never in there.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, me too.
I guess right now.
Yeah.
I mean, right now he's in my top 5. Yeah, 100%. He's in my top 5 right now. But if we're talking all time,
kind of has
he
to
wasn't.
be. If you don't have him in your top 5, then you're
ignoring.
You're ignoring a big part of the game. Do you know what I mean? If you don't have him in your current.
He's still in top 5, 100%. I was just talking all time. Yeah, he's not in my top. He's not in my top.
I'm looking at Kieran like I'm not sure. I don't agree with that.
I could name 5.
Yeah, let's hear. Yeah, let's hear this 5 then. I want to hear this 5, man. You got to put that down the map, man. I need to hear it.
Drake, Kendrick, Travis, Tyler.
Oh, are you talking? Sorry, I'm thinking
right
like
now.
we're talking about just like
who we
personal
can- who
top
we can
fives.
do? No. Personal top five.
Oh, you're talking about like the biggest rappers. Is that what you're saying? Like the big, like the.
Yeah.
Oh, Cole. Yeah, it's easy top five.
You would
Easily.
still put him though.
Easy. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, not as confidently as I would have 2 months ago, or like but I mean, I'm not sure I fully. Maybe we've all got different. We're all thinking different things, but from a I guess like a mainstream popularity point of view, yeah, Cole. I think Cole has to be in there. I think the numbers don't lie. I think also his work rate and the skill level from a mainstream area, like his skill level. Yeah, I would still put him in there. I wouldn't let this one project and like this situation change that. But
Okay.
yeah, maybe we all have different kind of interpretations of that.
I'd
top
put
five,
Future above him as well, but anyway.
I'm not mad at that. really, but
What?
okay. Speaking, it was like what?
I'm not happy.
Well, let's talk about Future then. Let's talk because Future and Metro, they a week later, 2 weeks later, I can't remember at this point. They follow up. They follow up with another album, We Still Don't Trust You. Again, similar question. What do we think about this one? Like, did we need this?
No, we didn't need this.
One?
We didn't need this. Definitely didn't need this.
But,
and I stuck through the whole album.
Right.
It's album.
I'm going to be honest. This album, the second album, actually gave me one of my favorite songs from Future. It's a top 10 song of Future.
Which one?
Which one's this one?
Out of My Hands. That is one of the best
That
songs
one
I've
is
ever
good.
heard
Yeah,
from
It's a
Future.
good song. I must admit. That is
So,
a good song.
you know what I mean? Like, if I have to sit through 30, 40 songs to get the one banger, I'll do it. Do you know what I mean? But the album, I don't know. So much fluff.
There's
Yeah, there's loads of
stuff to
fluff.
say.
That's what I mean. I had to sit through that whole. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is too much because you're sitting through this whole album just listening. There's too much fluff. It wasn't. I preferred the first one.
I felt like there were like a lot of them were reference tracks
Yeah,
to like other artists.
Yeah.
I can imagine like other artists doing these songs, or because Future, he's a great writer, but I just feel like some of the stuff was just not for him. Like imagine him doing Drunken Love. You wouldn't like it the same way as Beyonce and Jay-Z did it. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like some of the things in the album was like, yo, this is actually good. It's just I don't think you're the guy for it.
That's so
Unfortunately,
true. No, that's definitely true.
Um,
Some of them singing ones where,
Yeah, I feel that about his singing tracks. Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
Sometimes he hits the right
Yeah.
pocket, and I don't think these two albums were the right pocket. I don't really know what's going on, why he's releasing so much. Maybe he's planning to take a break or stop or whatever. But realistically, at the
I do
moment-
think he's missing a bit of hunger in this music though. Like I was listening to his old stuff, I saw he was mad hungry like for a long
I think his
time.
life has changed.
Yeah.
I think his life has changed, and he doesn't want to rap about the flexing stuff because it doesn't excite him the same way it excites other rappers. So he's just saying stuff from his old life. So it's, you know what I mean? It's not what he's living right now.
what is Future doing now then? That's what I want
Trying
to know.
to be a father to his like 100 children. I don't know.
oh my god!
You said it, man.
You know, man, about
Oh
that.
no.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
about
that's a controversial person right there. Yeah, I felt like the first album I thought was it was cool. But even on that one, I felt there was some filler. I felt like some tracks weren't quite finished or fully developed, and then this one, it was like the majority of it felt like that. I like that. I like the concept of it, like the "We Don't Trust You, We Still Don't Trust You." Putting the pressure on with these two albums. In theory, but then in practice, it just didn't come off as that effective. I mean, other than like the odd track here or there, the most interesting bits to me were the features, particularly people like Rocky and The Weeknd, because it's kind of embedded in what's going on right now.
Yeah.
The thing that the thing that perked up my ears the most was when I heard J. Cole. I was like, "Oh, Metro, you are crafty, man."
The whole team got a
He wouldn't.
ASAP as well.
But like to put Cole on there,
3 weekend tracks, yeah. But Cole's one was wild.
Yeah, Cole
Like, I don't
being
know
in
how
there
they
was
pulled-
a shock.
that was
must have been
recorded
a
a
while
while
ago.
ago as well, for sure.
But
Yeah,
Cole's been playing both games then, hasn't he? Like, was he?
Yeah, but you can tell
Well,
who
this
he's
probably
rocking
wasn't
with
a
the
thing,
most.
though, when he
If he's
was-
on tour with Drake, he's clearly rocking with Drake the most. Do you know what I mean? Like a tour,
I just felt
tour's not
sorry
something
for
you
Cole.
decide overnight. It's something that happens with a lot of planning.
Yeah, they definitely didn't tell Cole what they were about to do. I don't think they got the verse and then
Held it hostage.
yeah. was there any like other takeaways here? Like, personally, I'm not really interested in like the beef with The Weeknd and ASAP Rocky and all that and the other stuff. And for me, it's like I'm invested in Kendrick and Drake and that stuff because it just feels a bit more. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to some dark places, but it feels like it's, like I said in the last episode, more about the sport and about the competition. The other stuff's just a bit too scandalous and messy for me. But was there anything here where people were like, oh, that's something that's of note here, or should we just move on?
It's time to move on.
There was nothing of note.
Listen to it.
There's too much to unpack, you know.
Yeah, just listen to Out of My Hands. That's the best song, one of the Future's top 10 songs in my eyes.
I thought Beat It was good as well. Beat It's definitely a nice little highlight.
I wouldn't even remember it. Like, do you know what I mean?
I like the everyday hustle beat.
Everyday
Rick
hustle
Ross.
is that's a really nice beat.
Oh, and the first one,
that's
my beat of the year.
That was crazy. I was like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
Apart from that, yeah, I'm good with that.
Fair enough. Okay, so not long after this, I think it might have been that weekend, but 3 weeks after Like That drops, we get a response from Kendrick. It was all a mess though with the leak and questioning like, is it real, is it not? But eventually we find out it's real with push-ups. Again, trying not to think about more recent events. What was our take on this response?
Push-ups was a gas. I got on the floor. I'd done those 50 push-ups to the track. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh shit!
Gas. Back kind of Drake. I was gassed.
Oh no! 50.
It had that same back-to-back energy though.
Oh,
it had that
really
like,
did.
nah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And it didn't feel like a
I'm going for you, and
B-Tech
you know it's for you.
It's hard.
It was when I heard the pipsqueak pipe down, I was like, oh no. Do you know what I mean? I was like, this is now dangerous.
I think Drake did what I expected him to do. Like I said to Sean, he's gonna come with his funny bars. He's gonna make a joke out of it. He can talk about his accolades and how he's bigger than him in terms of like, success wise. And Drake's just like he's that kind of guy. He's funny with it. I think he's all the memes and all that kind of stuff and all those kind of referencing. The push up thing was crazy. That whole scheme he did with that skit with the push up and the 50 thing, that was amazing. They had so many different meanings and pockets. I was like, okay, I like this. This is, and again, he's the perfect person. He's great at making something controversial or beef and making it commercial for the wider audience to take in and enjoy.
Exactly.
So I find it funny because this people playing in the club if they really wanted to. They can do it on tour. Like people be singing the bot. Like there's bits for people can sing along to quite easily. So yeah, I think he did well with this one. He did well with this.
Yeah. I felt very similar, and like you, I was like, yeah, he's the angle he's coming with this is like it's not too serious, but it's also like kind of dropping facts. It reminded me a bit of Jay-Z's The Takeover, just like the way he was saying things. You're like, he's not wrong, and then he does it again, man. When he said Whitney, I was like, you fucking did it again.
Yeah, no, he dropped.
Why did you do it? And I was like Kendrick might not have responded to this, or maybe he would have just like, or like. I don't know, it might have been a bit more tame or like, again, subliminals, whatever. As soon as he said that, I was like, oh, you've awoken a beast here. This ain't gonna go well. Not saying he's gonna lose, I'm just saying it's not gonna go well. That's something Drake tends to always do. He's always got to mention the significant other of someone and take
at least
it
in
to
this
that.
case, we know that he has no chance or any kind of play to try get near Kendrick's wife or whatever she is to him, his partner, because they've been together for a long time. But some people like ASAP Rocky and all that, he could start talking about, I had your girl before you had her, you know what I mean? Your wife was my
He's been doing that.
No, he's been going
That's what I'm
around.
saying. That's where he can get other people. But in this case, it was just a bit like, oh, why have you gone there? And I think that's,
you know what's mad as well?
That's
it's
typical
like
Drake.
Drake is that subliminal king. He's been subliminal since like 2012, even earlier maybe. Like I think since Stay Scheming with that Common diss. But I feel like this is the first time he's been like properly overt, even more overt than like what Back to Back was doing and Charged Up. Like he's He sings some mad stuff.
Oh no, but it is.
Duppy freestyle was
Duppy
pretty.
freestyle
Like,
was great,
I forgot
Duppy
about that
freestyle.
one. Yeah,
but I
yeah.
love the approach though. I love the approach that he literally addressed everything. He didn't just address Kendrick; he addressed everyone, and he ended Metro in the best way possible. Metro can't say
that was
nothing.
foul.
That is the
Told the
best
man
thing
to
I've
go
heard.
make drums.
Honestly, when I heard that, I was
Did
like,
you see what he did?
No.
Just
Did you see
know.
what he did? Where he sent the band. He sent the band to play the drums for Metro.
No, I didn't
Like,
see
literally sent.
Oh
Yeah.
my!
Yeah, you got to see that. That's,
Yeah.
he just took. But Drake's always been good with that. I remember around the back-to-back thing, he sent the bottles to Charlamagne at the
Charlamagne,
Breakfast Club, and all.
Yep.
Like, he's always been slick. Him and his team are like they're very good and they're very calculated in that regard. But yeah, like I say, it was just when he said Whitney, I was like, fuck's sake, man. But yeah, no, I thought he did a great job. Like you say, addressing different things, saying things that you can't really deny. Over a good beat, like you said, can play in the club. Yeah, man, I did respect it. I did respect it. We got a response not long after from Rick Ross. I actually still haven't heard it.
You still haven't heard that?
it.
Oh man!
I waste my time.
You turned up on this recording, not listening to it.
Jeez. I found it funny at the end. I can't lie, man. I can't lie.
It gets
But
ridiculous, isn't it?
It does get ridiculous.
And then the energy he brought on Instagram straight afterwards as well.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
He was looking hella skinny in that mansion as well.
Wait, we talk about Ross being skinny.
I wasn't
What?
expecting to look like that, man.
Oh, see, I'm kind of out of the loop. I've seen a bit of like the back and forth on the DMs and things like that.
Yeah.
I've seen things where Drake's cracking jokes and Ross is saying stuff. But yeah, I've just, do you know what? I haven't meant to. I just forgot because it just kind of fell in between. Well, the track we just mentioned from Drake and another one. But is it any good? Is it a good diss? Or like
No,
a
it's
good
not even
response?
a good Rick Ross song. It's just a song by Rick Ross dissing Drake.
I like it. I think it's like classic 90s hip hop, but it's not like relevant for this time.
Right, I see.
All the harsh bit is when he's just talking at the end though. That's what I will say. He doesn't really say he starts just talking and that's when he starts getting deep about things and it's
Just trolling.
Yeah, trolling massively.
Yeah. Okay, no, I mean I thought it was that, but just judging by like the online activity, but
I think that the
that was a bit
impact
of a
of
weird
that
one.
Ross diss though is it makes you start to question Drake's race, even if you're not a person that thinks about it. Like the way Ross goes in with it, it makes you start thinking like, what's right and wrong anymore? Like is this allowed? Is this not allowed? And I feel like it gets explored a bit more in the next diss that we'll speak about.
But don't we know what Drake's race is? Like, we don't.
I'm just confused. Like a lot of people are saying like the pass has been revoked now.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I mean, I think I kind of know what you mean, but at the same time, it's like no, it's obvious, like what Drake is.
The artwork was funny though. If we're talking about the same artwork here,
The artwork is ridiculous.
superimposed the white man. That, I was like, wait, what's going on here? I was like, how did we get
Yeah.
that? That was a good little picture.
That was good. Just Houston.
Is that Drake?
Yeah, that was quite funny actually.
Is that
yeah.
Drake or his dad? Like I was baffled.
Drake's dad is black.
No,
like,
Drake's
way
dad's black.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like we know what Drake's heritage is, right?
Yeah.
There's no question on that. I never took any of this serious, even from afar and not hearing the song.
I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny
Seeing the
angle.
artwork and the track was rubbish. The disc wasn't that good, but the artwork, the whole jokes around it for me was when they started going back and forth on Instagram. That was quite funny for me.
Yeah.
Did you see the screenshot of Drake's text to his mum?
Yeah.
I've not seen
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, he like pars Rick Ross. I'm quite bad about it. It's quite funny. She asked him like, Drake, did you get a nose job without me? I thought like we would do that thing together. It's a bit of a weird message. And then he responded saying something like, "No, Mum, Rick Ross is this guy that I used to do music with. He's just hungry and like upset, and it's like weird. I can't say it word for word, but it's funny. All that stuff like that. If there's anything else that I'm kind of interested in this, it has been that just for the comedic factor. I don't know how serious it is. Rick Ross genuine grievance with Drake, and it's related to the whole like French Montana thing, and Drake's apparently signed this huge deal and it's all a bit political. I think that's where it stems from, but I can't really speak on it much. But I know that there is something behind the scenes to do with Drake and his new deal, and something like a cease and assist getting sent to French Montana over a song. It's like, it's a bit political, but it's something I need to look into more. But unless anyone's got anything else to add on that bit, I feel like we need to talk about tailor-made freestyle. That was a weird moment. That was weird. I don't know how anyone else felt when Drake dropped that one.
I liked it. I thought he was. I thought he was having fun with it. I thought.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it was smart. Overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It wasn't as gassed up as the first one. Yeah. And I think his last verse was great. Again, I thought it was pretty sweet and pretty funny.
Classic.
I think he killed him again with that, I think. But the first, we'll get into the Pac and the Snoop Dogg bit. I liked it, but my criticism is because I can hear Drake through the filter.
yeah, it's obviously Drake. Yeah.
It cheapens it a bit. Yeah. So if you
really?
If you put a bit more and read in the style of how Pac writes or raps, and say the Snoop Dogg, or maybe like put like a Shiznai or something, or a Shiz or something to make it sound a bit more funny, then maybe I would have liked it more. But because I literally heard Drake, but in like someone else's voice, it didn't really translate that well for me. I didn't dislike it though. I still thought it was very smart. And
but
like,
the disrespect though, to be like mocking it like that.
It's so disrespectful.
It's a massive disrespect. He was proper
the thing is, for
woken
me,
up
I don't know where he thought that was the good move, is to pretend to be Tupac. Like, there's no world in which that is easily accepted or taken by anybody, that Drake wants to sound like Tupac.
Well, that was it for me. Yeah, that was it for me. It was just like I found the fact that you could hear his flow through it like part of the comedy of it, but I also felt like that was his way of like trying to be respectful, and like, I'm not going to try and imitate these guys. It's just I know that Kendrick respects them, and this is like just another way of winding them up. For me, it was just like hearing their voices, but especially Tupac's. But to be fair, I don't want to come across as like it's like one rule for Drake and a different one for Kendrick. But Kendrick has done things in his career where he's used Tupac's voice. He's rapped through the sort of voice of Nipsey Hussle and things like that. And although he may have got the approval from like Tupac's estate or like people connected to Nipsey, he's still like speaking for someone that's no longer with us. So I'm not going to tarnish Drake too much for it. But yeah, when I heard it, I was like, this is foul. This is quite, I know you're having a laugh, but this is like, it was like, I don't know. It didn't sit right, but I also respected it because it was like, this is actually really slick. Again, it's clever. Like the way he was like adapting the bars for that person, the way that they were talking to Kendrick, and in his final verse, I think Theo might have said in the group something about it being kind of like his 8 Mile moment where he kind of used all the things that. Yeah, did you say that, Theo?
No, it's Kieran that said.
Oh, was it Kieran? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. So it's the red. It's the all red. It's making me think like you're channeling Kendrick.
No, I thought it was very slick as well though with what Drake did. I just thought, I don't know if you want to be opening a beast like that because the West Coast don't play, and then doing something like that with Tupac, who's literally just like a icon. They love Tupac over there. Doing that is just like. I know Drake knew what he was doing because he knew if he pushes that button, you're going to get Kendrick coming, and I think that's what makes it very interesting for me that Drake is moving this way. Like he's so confident. Like I need to get Kendrick's buttons up, so he must have something that's amazing. But he thought, let me take this route. I know it's going to upset everybody over in the West Coast, but they're going to put so much pressure on Kendrick that you're gonna have to get this guy, man. You can't be messing with legends like Tupac, man. You need to do something. So I think it was quite calculated from Drake, and he kind of got the answer that he wanted from it. But yeah, I don't know. You're kind of waking up a beast and doing that.
What I love though is it's kind of like the 8 Mile thing as well, but it's like because he's claiming the diss that everyone would have said, like, you're gonna call me a ghostwriter anyway, so I'm just gonna write for this ghost now. I think that's just
that's
so
fire.
slick.
That's
This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's also the underage bars as well
slick.
that you said as well. Like, is that let me get that from the Joe Budden part? Yeah, because he said it in the Tupac voice. He even said it. He said, "Oh yeah, look, I'll give you a present like about the underage girls. That's a present from me to you from the Joe Budden podcast." So he was also shitting on the Joe Budden podcast as well as claiming like just erasing it, saying that look, this is what I know you're going to say about me. Look, you have it out there. So it's like being one step ahead of the game. I thought that was very tactical and very smart.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this is like, I'm going to ask it anyway, because it's something that I always think when it comes to Drake, and especially when it comes to beef, is like, do we think he's writing these though, or do we think it is still like there's other writers involved? Because look, don't get me wrong, I'm not so like traditional with it. I think if you're making like when you're making your general album, if you have other writers, as long as you're open about it and you don't claim to be the only writer, it's fine. Like collaboration's great, but I do feel like when it comes to beef, if it's not coming from you, it's like, well, it loses some value to me. But I just wanted to ask, like, do any of you have that same feeling that I do, where you like kind of question, is this actually him?
I do,
saying
because I know Drake. I 100% know Drake's writing when it's that conversational flow. Like that's his style. Like, and it comes out in tailor-made freestyle. The way he's writing there, it's just because that's him writing it. He just probably wrote that recording on his iPhone and posted it. But I question push-ups. I've seen the song credits. I know it's the sound engineers, but I don't know, man. That just sounds like a pop track that someone's been writing for him. You know, there's moments in that questionable.
Okay, Quentin Miller made a return. Okay. Yeah, well, it's just something I always it's always in the back of my mind, and that's the kind of, I don't know what word you want to use, lack of a better one, the damage that Meek Mill did way back when he planted that seed. But I don't want to take much away from it. It was still entertaining as much as like we've spoken about some of the things, some of the tactics Drake's used and how like controversial they are. It's still been entertaining. It's still been slick. And before we get on to the more recent events, do you agree with me when I say that I feel like round one started with like that and ended with tailor-made freestyle? That to me was round one. Like Kendrick started it, Drake responded.
I don't know if we're fighting in rounds. I think this is a street brawl, man. It ends when someone gets KO'd. Do you know what I mean? Some gladiator shit. There's no rounds.
I think the first round of J. Cole's album, because that's when, like, okay, people are replying now, because no one has to reply to start it off. But when the replies start, the round has started. And Tailor Made was like the round ended, because Kendrick took so long to reply that it was like Drake's won.
Wait,
everyone
we need to discuss that though.
I don't think he did take.
We need to discuss
when
that
we're
narrative.
saying that Kendrick's taken that long, he actually replied quicker than what Drake did. From like that,
he did.
He did.
Rick Ross replied in 2 hours.
Kendrick. So
no, I know, but
Drake's initial response apparently came 21 days after like that, and Kendrick's reply has come 10 days after Taylor made freestyle. So like, there's a bit of
he's dropped 2 things.
Well, how exactly? How would
it's 19 days from push-ups. It's shorter than
push-ups. The same. Come on, 21 days and 19 days are basically the same.
But this is what I mean. I feel like we need to remove the clock.
It's the same amount of time.
Yeah.
That's why when everyone was saying that Kendrick's
I feel like
on the clock, I agree with that. But then everyone had to. If everyone's pushing that same narrative, Drake took 3 weeks to do.
Put Kendrick on the clock. Drake put that time bomb on because he was posting ats at him constantly. Like every day there was a post. It was the pressure was on.
But do we care about that though? Because to me the clock's not a thing. I don't think it's.
But
a
it's
thing,
not only that. Kendrick addressed on the diss why he took so long. I'm sorry, he kind of eradicated all of that for me. He explained why he was taking that long. And
I don't think he took long though.
No, I know he didn't take long. But if anyone's got that argument about being on the clock, Kendrick addressed it. It shuts everyone up. It was unsung. Finito. No one even needs to talk about the clock anymore. He stated it.
I think if you're taking like,
I think you've done the Kieran. On this.
No,
What lyric?
What lyric? Oh,
Theo might have to lead on the next.
What lyric? What do you mean? When he was talking about, look, I'm a dad. I'm sorting out my own son, man. I've got things to do. I'm a family man first. Then music later. That eradicated it. Sorry, it's done. No clock. No, it's done.
I think Theo wrote the genius. I think you're the one that's been annotating. That's what I think. I think you've been doing the work. and you've been providing us with all the meanings.
respect that,
but no, I think
But before we move on, I think the club thing. I think the reason why is I feel like it was felt so real because came to what Kieran's saying, like Flag was constantly just at him with memes and stuff. But also, I feel like once you kind of like put that first jab out there, you got ready to like counter and Bob and we were ready to like come back strong.
okay.
I felt like after he threw that jab and he got the few hits back, he just kind of just stood there. He wasn't even dance around. He just like he wasn't in the ring no more. So I was like, what's going on? Like, so I don't know. Maybe I'm always thinking of like when I think of rap, I think of like the grind ones. So they're a bit different. But I feel like when they do this,
that's different standard.
Grime is completely
I mean, it's very different. So
Yeah.
that's, but I because Kendrick was so out there with that thing, I figured, that means he has things that run weighted. And talking
I
to
get
like,
what you mean. Yeah.
and yeah, certain other people that are known to both sides are saying that they both had diss track for each other for years. So it's like you already got the ammo as the clip loaded. So why we not let it go?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. Like just let it go. So that's what the frustration
So you're saying he
was.
started it, so there's he started it, so there's a responsibility to be timely with the follow up. Is
it's
what
like-
you mean? Okay, I get it.
Because you know it's coming. So it's like I really got my tracks later. I'm gonna have to change a few things, a few bars, but I know it's coming. So it's,
But as we know, Kendrick's on his own time, and
Yeah.
he's not like I reckon he was sitting there like, let me just let this guy get this off his chest. Let him do the memes. Let him do this. Let him do that, and then I'll drop when I'm ready to drop. And then random Tuesday evening, Sam's blowing up the WhatsApp group, and we're all like, "Is Sam?
Oh yeah, because
Is Sam?
yeah.
What is this? Is he trolling us again?"
Us, man.
But you know when he dropped as well. Did anyone peep the time?
You guys should have known that I was being serious.
Peep the
No,
time.
did you deep the time? It was 8:24 when he dropped it. Anyone deep that what that reference is in regards to?
Oh my god, this
Okay.
guy's what are you taking?
8:24.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe Bryant, man, Mamba mentality, man. 8:24. There's a reference there. And he dropped it.
Theo is locked the fuck in. I don't know what
I told you,
he said.
Theo did the annotations. Like Theo's not been reading. Theo's been doing the work for all of us. Everyone can
Unverified
thank
source.
Theo for the genius annotation. Yeah. Oh my goodness. We need to get to
Mamba
this now. We need to
mentality,
get to
you know.
it.
Because in reference
So,
to that,
yeah,
because
as I said-
the further to that Kobe Bryant line, sorry, I got more. You know, in the stories about my brother with Drake, he says, "Oh, you're not Kobe Bryant to us." Reference to Kendrick. Kendrick's comeback. 8:24.
Was he
Mamba
dissing?
mentality. Yeah, he said it was about. Come on, man. I told you
How
I
are you
researched
connecting
this.
these dots, Theo?
No,
How are
because
you
I'm
about
connecting
Joe
all these
Budden.
dots?
I like that.
Yeah, but what? Say that again.
Sorry,
I thought
Theo, you're saying
about
something.
Joe Budden.
No.
I thought about Joe
So,
Budden, not
yeah, he was going
Kendrick.
at Kendrick. No, he's going at Kendrick. Definitely going at Kendrick.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I get that.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know our first reactions, though.
You saw my first reaction. I could read it live on the podcast right now in the group chat. Oh my god, I was saying so much stuff, and I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Let me try scroll. all
I
the way
was
back up.
speechless. I was fully speechless because I only got one listen at first, and it was just so much to. I mean, thank God that the new car is automatic because my hand was just on my mouth the whole time. I was driving along like, oh my goodness,
I
what is he
basically
saying?
popped up, and I said, he replied, I sent the link to it, and I said, this is not a drill, added everyone in the group chat. I said, it's awkward. Then I did a quote from the song, don't tell lies about me, and I won't tell truths about you. And then Sean's all like, I can't listen right now. I said, do it. This is all in caps now. Do it. You have to. It's 6 minutes of gold. The beef is doing. I tried to type done, but I was shaking too much. I was that excited. Right? Then I said, come on, Crody. And he said, stop. I'll try soon. Can barely focus on what people are saying to me. I said, nah, wherever you are. This, again, I'm still typing all caps. I said, no, wherever you are, cancel that. This is the toughest diss I've ever heard. He said, you're killing me. I said, bro, in all caps. I said, when I listen, I pray you're not in public. I've listened to it 4 times. Bearing in mind, it's been out for like, I don't know, not that long at this time. And then I said, the way I'm popping and locking in the house right now to this reply. And I sent a whole bunch of gifts and stuff. And then after that, everyone started listening to it and started replying.
blew
Genuinely, I was having a great time. I listened to it 4 times before anyone listened to it once.
I mean, I was lost for words myself. I couldn't believe what was going on. I really couldn't. And then I just had to deep
I was
everything.
sweating bears. Like I was covered in sweat. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of those bars were making me like scream.
It was one of those ones where it was like, is this happening?
Yeah.
Like, is it actually happening now?
100%.
Like, I think we all knew he was going to reply, but
Remember there were AI Kendricks, so you don't know.
yeah, Neil's got a big grin.
Yeah, like I listened to it, and I wasn't gassed, but I was impressed. I was like, yeah, the bars. I like you know if you like you hear like I like a little ding that every time like a little punchline or like reference came out, like, oh, he was just bar after bar. I enjoyed it for that, but I was underwhelmed though at the same time. I was underwhelmed by the delivery. The delivery for me at times was shaky.
That was the point, though.
Shaky.
That was angry.
No, but let's touch on that because in all honesty, no. But to be fair though, like to me, because I think I said this morning maybe like, you know when Pusha T dropped Story of Adidon, that song was very precise and clean as in like it's calculated and looking back at it now, it was emotionless. That's what made it so savage. With this, I just felt like Kendrick was angry as fuck, man. Like the delivery was kind of a little bit all over the place. He made a mistake in there. He said, "I hate the way you walk, you talk, you dress, or whatever." Like Kendrick was like, on one with this. He was very unhinged is the word.
Though. I thought that was just like a good little Kendrick Lamar style. You know, he's got lots of different voices, but Neil, you're interpreting it as a shaky delivery. He's a shaky warrior sleeping in the streets.
Shaky, man. No, it's definitely, yeah, man, all of that, because you see him, I don't know why, but I feel like he pulled out his pocket. I'm like, what's going on? Like, you're a pro, like, you know what, you know how to rap, like, spit bars, like, why you had to, it's not your first time. Like,
spirit medium, you don't rap, brother.
You don't have to rough.
That's what he told us.
Like, you don't have to rough, you don't have to, like, you took your time, like, you can fit the words in, if not, you can just switch it out, but their account was, it was only, like, a few moments I was like, you kind of lost me there. And also I felt the way he flowed on the beat at time, it wasn't matching up. It didn't make sense. So I was like, the bars are cool, but with the beats getting around that what you're giving me is two different things. But I'm sticking with the bars because this is beat battle, so I'm studying. Like,
he went deep.
I study every single bar, so I'm not even cussing the content. The content's there. He just everything. I think it's a great reply. It's awesome. But this is where, if you're comparing now, what everyone says about Drake and Kendrick, they're all saying Drake is the bigger artist and he did more commercial stuff, and that's it. Some point Kendrick is more the lyrical one, and more kind of cool to hip hop, which I completely agree. But I think with this, where for me it falls a little bit short because his delivery it lacked a bit. I think Drake gave me that commercial as well as the content and like this fight, it's all that. It had all his high attributes shining. With this one, he fell a little bit short with his delivery on this one. Just a little bit.
This is the thing, innit? I always felt like in this beef, Drake can flex the hardest, right? The second it comes to talking about money and hits, and Drake can flex that all day and no one can talk to him about that. But Kendrick is one of the last real rappers left, right? Kendrick can rap, and it's like, okay, in this Kendrick actually tried to jump into Drake's world a bit, and for me, some parts of it paid off a lot. When he started doing the Canada slang,
the Canada stuff was phenomenal, man.
Especially if you know Canada people, like when he started saying Crody, and that really cheesed me. Oh my days, I was crying with laughter the first time.
That was funny.
I was like, this is his dig back at the tailor-made freestyle. It's like, you want to try and interpret my goats? How about I just take the piss out of the fact you're just not American? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to be like my people, but you're not American at all. And let me talk to you your language. It was just, it was perfect. But you're 100% right that in places, he's not coming across the strongest. But I think it's because he wanted to try get to all the bits in the one track. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was even saying in the group chat, like, this feels like it's like the Heart Part 6. Because there's 3 different beats and this going on and that going on. And it evolves as a song, arguably, but I don't know. For me, this is Kendrick's attempt at a diss in Drake's kind of lane, if that makes sense.
But do you know what, the rough delivery for me? Like, I understand. Like, I get where you're coming from, Neil, from like a technical standpoint and whatnot. But for me, it actually added to it, because the thing with Kendrick is he is an incredible performer as well, and he's either the greatest actor in the world or he like really meant what he was saying. And for me, just like being a bit off, being a bit scatty with it, or like unhinged and whatnot, it made me feel what he was saying even more. And that LA accent that he seems to have like not adopted, but just like that's creeping in these last
so
few years. Like when he's got the line about when he says, "I pray they my real friends, if not, YN." Was it YNW Millie? I was like, that's scary.
Yeah.
Bar.
That's phenomenal.
So like it's a bit all over the place for sure. And I think like music, if we're talking musically, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a great song, but I just feel like if he means what he says about like if this is actually hatred, and I don't know why there's hatred involved, we can get to that as well. But for me, it just felt out of everything we've heard the most impactful, the most effective. Like I really felt that there's an actual problem here.
Well, this is the first diss track that was like
overload,
it wasn't like, oh, this is shocking. This is a bit like, okay, the reply to this has to be crazy and end it, or else this could keep going on for a stupidly long time. And I think in that battle, Kendrick wins 9 out of 10 times if he doesn't get finished in this next one. But I don't know. I think Kendrick's too clean. I don't think Kendrick has any bullshit. He even addresses it in this. He's like, I'm not in the rap life. Do you know what I mean? I live a life, and I so happen to rap as a job. So it's like, I don't know if Drake can do what he wants to do, which is expose stuff. And he's even addressed it straight away. He's like, don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell no truths about you. It's like,
yeah, right there.
Drake said he's got something though.
Yeah, apparently Drake has got something. I don't know.
It's that fake reaching. Like, it's that fake reaching for the gun that's not there to make people start moving.
Who knows?
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, but we remember this is a battle. Like, you don't have to have something.
Yeah. It's just about not liking each other.
Rap battles. You can talk about cannons and bazookas and hadoukens and they don't say anything out of their arse to the or the next man. And it's just really about how you can present it and send it to the crowd and send it to the fans. You know what I mean? So I don't care if it's truth or not, but if I'm entertained, that's what I care about. Do you know what I mean? I don't care about how many guns you got. It's irrelevant. You know what I mean? But if you can make it that 2-3 minutes this really funny or really like hurtful and get riled at the person, then you're the winner.
Kendrick took that weird kind of hit 'em up energy in it as well, where he was like, well, the first time I aimed at Drake, my homie told me aim a bit higher or shoot this way. I was like, oh no. I was like, I forgot that Kendrick is actually really, really about this kind of not
about that life.
That's, do you know what I mean?
But he's witnessed it, hasn't he? He's grown up in it, and he's like, well, I can get it. And it was almost like he was building the track. I look, we can keep it PG like you want to, but if you really want to take it there, I'm really about this life, and I'm not gonna. The problem is, he's building up massively.
If Drake wants to, Drake could start calling Kendrick like a street journalist. Because he wasn't ever banging, was he? He was always watching the banging going on. If you listen to Kendrick enough, you realize that he's more kind of documenting what's going on in the hood, and he is there live and direct. But it's like the comeback for Kendrick is easy. It's like, shut up, you grew up in the countryside in Canada, like you didn't grow up in the gritty streets of Toronto. So it's a weird one to think what Drake could come back with, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is like for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to try and like get on a moral high horse. I'm enjoying this, but when I hear certain lines, like when Kendrick's saying "talk about me and my family, Crody," someone gonna bleed in your family, Crody. It's like, oh, I don't want it to go to this.
He said, "Can I bleed him yet?" Do you remember that bit?
Yeah,
Can I bleed him yet?
You can bleed him.
Leave him yet. Oh God.
But the thing is with that as well, I think he didn't take hold of this a little bit. You know, I think what Kendrick did, he stated a couple bars saying, look, we're all friends, some shit like that, and let's make it all lyrical. Like, let's keep it as that. I feel like he was, in my mind, it was insinuating to, I feel like he was trying to, like, start off, let the fans know and let everyone know that this is just some rap shit.
Yeah.
And then he goes talk on crazy.
Yeah.
So I felt like he was kind of putting that disclaimer. This is just me. We ain't taken to the streets, but I want to go for your head right now.
Do you know what it is though, Neil? Is like, I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Tupac Biggie thing was a different time, and I think that Tupac, I mean, the guy got shot and was incredibly hurt by that and paranoid and said some wild things afterwards. But a lot of that was blown up by the media and by the entourages and the people connected. And I think that's, like, I'm with you. I don't think, like, when Kendrick says things like that, I don't think he really means it. And I'm not sure, I'm quite sure Drake wouldn't wish, therefore, like, physical harm on Kendrick either. It's just now, like, the people on the outside, and, like, when, especially, like, what Drake's been doing with the Tupac thing, and just, like, I don't know if I'd feel safe going to LA. Like, if I was Drake, I'm not sure I would at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just
He got told to wear a helmet like Daft Punk.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like,
and he said it's extortion.
That was my favourite line on the whole thing.
He wasn't mucking about.
That
at all.
lamb's, yeah.
But this is what I mean. I think what we forgot here is, even though at first this is like
crazy.
WWE kind of beef, yeah, it's like a bit of a joke or whatever. It's like, realistically, Kendrick could take it there very easily. With 2-3 phone calls, he could take it there. Drake has to go hire some people, whoever he got to kill XXXTentacion and all that kind of stuff.
I think Drake can still go to Drake still go to West Coast. He's the biggest star in the world. He can still go West Coast.
But everyone can get
Let's
touched, you know.
be real.
This is the problem. Anybody at any time could get touched.
He has Secret Service. The guy has Secret Service, like, and there's a body. Like, he should run.
No, you're true. He's got, yeah.
He's
I'm
He's
just
got the
being real.
resources. I know what you mean.
I feel like anybody can get touched at any time.
Yeah, from a sniper.
I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. It's a different day and age, and yeah, Drake has got crazy resources. I know what you mean, but I don't know, man. Maybe I take things a bit serious sometimes. I just feel like, I don't know, when it goes to these places,
The thing is, if someone
entourages,
Whitney,
people
like,
connected,
well,
it can.
like, he sneaked this Whitney technically with what Drake did on push-ups, so I feel like it would have pissed off Kendrick.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like I said, Kendrick's either the best actor in the game, or, like, he is genuinely. But again, I said yesterday, this felt like someone that's been bottling this up for a long time, and we know this has been brewing for like 11 years at this point. It felt like to me that Kendrick's been, like, almost like low-key writing this for a long time, and it's just now come to this point. I'd love to know why he hates Drake. I'd love to know. Like,
he doesn't just hate Drake.
Let's
get it right. He hates the way he walks. He hates the way he talks.
Just...
He hates the way he walks, or whatever it is, and he doesn't want him to say the N-word anymore. So let's just get that straight.
Yeah, he's taking
That's what.
away
It's not just one singular hate here. It's a whole systematic breakdown of a man's whole character.
The way you call him out, it's like the sexy red bar as well, man. I was like flipping. I just love. I laughed out loud when I heard
the whole
that. Man.
We could sit here and talk about every line, because every line is packed full of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But, why does Kendrick
literally.
hate Drake? I think low key Kendrick feels like Drake is famous more than him, but he doesn't deserve to be, if that makes sense. If we're going to talk about quality of music, if we were to, like, rank every album of each artist, Drake comes out as an overall average score of like a B+, whereas Kendrick will come out at an A. I'm talking about all the duds.
But I feel like you've got to consider Drake's impact, though, on the music scene.
Neil's face is confusing me, because you don't think Drake has dropped a few dud albums?
Yeah, definitely. But
Kendrick hasn't dropped any duds. He's just dropped different types of albums.
I gotta say, though, I feel like this might relate to the episode title as well, but, like, I feel like we said, that the two opposites of the industry in a way. Kendrick's like the person that saved hip hop and represents real. You can even say, like, real music technically, and Drake represents technically, like, fake music. He represents, like, boosted streams. Neil, sorry. I'm not dissing Drake's music at all, but look at his streams and, like, look at the numbers and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's guaranteed like 500 million streams on, like, almost every track on his album. Like, and it's not like he has that many fans. Like, people do like Drake. He has super fans as well. But I think, like, this is bought streams and all this kind of stuff. That's what Drake represents. He's like that.
I'm gonna lie. I don't know how Drake ends up on my Wrapped every year. I do not listen to that much.
It's fake. It's fake. It's like fake streams. It's fake business in a way, and, like, it's what's ruined the music industry. That whole episode we had about Spotify and, like, buying music and stuff. Like, I feel like Drake is, like, the forerunner in all of that as well, because he's the one that's always cared about the numbers more than to try to beat the music industry that's, like, pushing these white pop stars. So it's like Drake represents that fake music industry and Kendrick represents the real music industry. I feel like that's what this beef is becoming.
Do you know what? I don't know. Because I don't. Kendrick don't strike me as the sort of person that would be too bothered in that regard. I personally think that Kendrick dropped Control, right? And if you look at all the people that were named in there, the one person that seemed to take the most offense to it was Drake at the time. And we got things like the language or nothing was the same. Like Drake he didn't, I wouldn't say he didn't get it, but he took it serious basically. And since then, that's when the subliminals have started. So I think for me, it's something that's accumulated over time. It's just like, it's a bit like you have an issue with someone, you don't address it, and it's like a snowball. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Because let's not lie. This isn't like it's Drake versus Billy Woods. Kendrick is a mainstream artist. Kendrick is like, of their generation, the second biggest rapper in the game. He's not an underground artist, or it's not like there's this huge clash. I get it. Like Kendrick does represent something that's more traditional in terms of the culture, and Drake does represent more of the commerce and the material side of things. But I don't know if, because it's not like it's not like when you hear Lupe talk about Kendrick where there's like this bitterness or this almost like jealousy. I don't think it's that. I just think it's maybe something that's like a disagreement and an issue that's just kind of not been addressed and just built up over time. There might be some behind the scenes shit, because Kendrick says some stuff on here about being a master manipulator, and I don't know. And then also, like I say, there's this other thing going on behind the scenes with Drake's new deal and how it's impacting the rest of the industry. I need to read into that more. I just think this is something that's just been gradually building since Control. And yeah, we've reached ahead with it. But that's just my take on it.
Isn't that normal though? Like when you have like greats within a certain space, at some point they'll bump heads. Like in any field, really. Like you think of any great, they always have like a rival or like arch nemesis that they compare to or compete with. So I think that's Drake and Kendrick. That's they're like Drake and Vegeta. Not Drake. They're like Vegeta and Goku, maybe. Kind of thing. They're just kind of like two different planes, but like it's still together. Like I don't know. Like it's. I don't think anything personal. I think sometimes it's getting to that point now, but I think it's just that they both were on the rise at a time. The hip hop had like a whole new research of like commercialism and stuff, and Drake took the front seat. You know what I mean? And kind of what Kieran said, like Kendrick represents that authentic hip hop. And yeah, I don't think there's no personal beef there. I didn't think it's just two guys that are just the top dogs, and they're like, look, I'm the guy, I'm the guy, and I think that's just what it is. Michael Jordan had it like with Pippen, like you know what I mean. They're on the same team, so like I think everyone has it. Kobe Bryant had it, and LeBron James has it right now. Like there's always like it's nothing. I don't think it's like they're gonna kill each other. I think it's Tupac and Biggie did, but that took a turn. But like it's always gonna be that kind of situation, I think, and I think that's what we've got here. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a competitive space, isn't it? And nearly every era has it, whether it's Biggie and Puck, whether it's Jay-Z and Nas. Like it happens. The kind of the elites can sometimes butt heads. So yeah, I understand what you mean with that. Yeah, man. I mean, do we think this is a good time for the scene for hip? Like, do we feel like it's? I mean, it's hard to tell at the moment. First of all, I feel like it's engulfed everything. Like, we're not even talking about other releases, really. Not much has even come out to talk about. I think people are just waiting for it to blow over. So maybe in the short term, it's like just suffocating, I guess, the landscape. But do we think it's going to have a positive effect on the art form, on the culture and whatnot? Like, is it actually like a good thing? What's happening?
I think so. I think hip hop needed it, man, because just what's been coming out, no one's been sounded like hungry, original, and you need something. You need a spark, and this is a spark. I mean, people have been waiting for this for years, and this is putting like hip hop on the map. And I think this is like look at these two greats going at it, and they're literally going head to toe. Like it's not like when Drake was facing Meek Mill because he knew he could like beat the likes of Meek Mill. This is like I'm going toe to toe with two. They are the two juggernauts of this game, and they're slowly but surely cooking up and getting more and more. And it's just bringing all eyes to it, not just like hip hop heads or casuals. It's bringing all eyes to the frame. So everyone's just looking at it and like might be thinking, yeah, this is great. I need to up my game. So I think it's exactly what hip hop's needed, because it was going stale. When you look at the releases, nothing's been grabbing you, hasn't it? But this is exactly what it's needed.
Not from the mainstream, no. Like, as we know, that there's always tons of great music. I mean, again, we've discussed this. There's not really such thing as an underground, but yeah, on that that high tier of popularity, I'm with you. I think it's been a bit stale for a little while now, and it reflects in the numbers when you look at like how popular hip hop was, say, 5 years ago, and now like it's not really the dominant genre anymore, which is fine. But at the same time, it's like it just like I say, it's reflective. Sorry, Neil or Kieran, did you want to say something off the back of that?
I think similar to what Theo was saying, I think it's putting rappers to the test again, or not so much to the test. Yeah, it's putting rappers to the test again, and also the listeners, consumers, is making us do our homework a bit more and appreciate music. Like, I'm going through lyrics now a lot harder than I did before. Like, I'm going through old songs and just trying to understand certain concepts and where this comes from and where that comes from, and I haven't done that in a long time. So I'm kind of absorbing music differently and appreciating it more, from the old stuff to the new stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of like coding, and I think that rappers as well, like, they have to kind of think a bit harder. I'm trying to sell me something, like, I want you to try give us your best art or your best version or whatever you're trying to convey. So I think it's good. I think there's some artists it can be quite gimmicky, and like the Quavo and Chris Brown, for me, that's just like, what's that?
Yeah, that's...
Or like over the weekend getting involved, just like, no one cares about you guys. I don't want to. No offense.
No, I hear that though, because the Chris Brown and the Quavo stuff, that's got out of hand, man. Chris Brown with some of his things, that's just when it gets silly.
Chris Brown said the most ridiculous bar.
No, it's the most horrible bar ever.
I would say that's like hit 'em up level bar. Well,
it is. It was awful. It's so foul, but foul beyond belief, man. You can't be.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say about is this good for hip hop? Kind of like, it obviously is, like, it's pushing, like, for example, Drake, and I haven't heard Sean say like positive words about Drake in time. I'm not gonna lie, even when Scary Hour 3 dropped, he wasn't that like he was like, in his head he was like, oh, he's just doing this for this though. But like Push Ups was like, it's pushed Drake to be that Drake that was like from 2015, really, like that one that was gas. And same with Kendrick. Like, I feel like Kendrick doesn't drop that much, so it's pushing him to release music, which is quite a nice thing as well. But I do think there's something about it, like, perpetuating the toxicity of mainstream hip-hop that's already there. Like, I think hip-hop in general isn't actually a toxic genre. It's quite educational, it's quite intellectual, quite spiritual sometimes too, and political. But I think mainstream hip-hop has often had this toxic problem, and I think this beef is not... It's actually feeding the toxicity in a way. Like, I'm seeing, like, our discussion that we've had today, I find quite wholesome compared to like the message boards, the comment boards that I'm seeing, which are like, people are just saying such ridiculous stuff, like, and it's just like, oh, he's not researching enough and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, people, and it's like feeding the masses of that toxic culture where like people should be one-upping each other, all this kind of stuff. Like, I don't know if I like enjoy that aspect of life in general as well, but hopefully that makes sense.
I'm glad you made that point, Kieran, because
Kendrick sounds so negative on that track. Like, it's not like, if you like Kendrick as a person, that's not a happy thing to listen to, is it?
No, you're right, and there's and like, not to set the record straight again, I am enjoying this, whether that's right or wrong. I am enjoying it, but then I do think to myself, like, and I said it on the last episode, and it's good to have you and Neil here for this as well. I basically said, in hindsight, like, if you look at it as the bigger picture, I'm not sure I would have wanted this at this stage in their careers. I would have liked it maybe like 7 years ago or something, but now where they're at, I'd have much preferred like Drake, Kendrick and Cole all on the same track with that kind of Jay-Z 444 energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, where they're kind of, it's more progressive and more I don't know, positive, for lack of a better word. But yeah, at the same time, I'm human. I'm still here. Like, I was super pumped up last night and this morning listening to all this, and I do think there are aspects of it that will have a positive impact. Like I say, I think it's going to maybe raise the pen game for people. It's making us as fans get a bit more invested in the raps, and hopefully there will be some sort of positive impact, as long as it stays what it is now on wax, of course. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I do feel like there's there's elements where it's like, I wish
You can see
they weren't doing this at this stage.
I can see why Cole protected his energy, because if you're trying to like keep yourself sane and like not, he said like the way he described it, it's like something in him didn't feel right, like that.
Yeah.
He said
That's
he was
why I
getting
respect
pulled
it.
back into some sort of depression he had 10 years ago or something. I was thinking like, man, like he did the right thing.
Whoa.
Really, he said something like that. It's mad.
But also, just to on a lighter note, like regarding like what you said about me and Drake, I actually disagree with, or I feel different to one of Kendrick's lines. Kendrick says, "I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough." I actually like Drake when he acts tough. I don't care. I know I'm being contradictory, but I like 8 AM in Charlotte, man. I like that stuff.
I like
Diplomatic Community.
Drake's best
Whether
work.
it's real or not,
Yeah.
I don't know. But the thing is, and this is something I've realised as well, and we can maybe get into it another time, like especially if we do something more in depth with Cole. I've started to realise that I think, do I listen to more Drake than J. Cole? Is what I'm actually thinking now. Or like, is Cole's pen that much better than Drake's? Like when Drake really is rapping, and again, regardless of whether there's other writers and whatnot, but when you hear how slick he is, and let's not lie, like nearly every year in our awards, one of the beats that Drake raps over gets in that top 5, whether it's 8 AM in Charlotte, Lemon Pepper Freestyle. When he's in that tough mob type thing, whatever it is, again, whether it's real or not, that's the kind of Drake I like. When he's talking about it's the other stuff about his character, when he's talking about women and certain other things, that's what I don't really fuck with. That's more the stuff that's like
And those two,
problematic. But that's another
voices
conversation.
ever, though. Like, I think that's one of the things that ups Drake as well. His voice is so much easier to listen to than Kendrick's, especially on these when you compare these two disses. Like Kendrick's voice is so grating that I've heard people like saying like they're turning it off and stuff like that, and it makes sense because it is mad grating what he's doing. And whereas Drake has this perfect like, almost like a pop. It is the pop like rap voice essentially.
And I think that the last thing I've like properly said, hopefully Sam comes back. I think he's like sorting out his shopping or something, whatever. But we'll get him back soon, hopefully. But the last thing I'll say is like to be upfront, I am a Kendrick fan. Yeah, I am a Kendrick Lamar fan, and I would say that based on what I know about them as characters, like there's more about Drake that I have sort of issues with, or that just like doesn't sit right with me. But at the same time, like I'm trying not to have a horse in the race so much and just appreciate all of them involved, whether that's Kendrick, Drake, and Cole, because of their generation, again, on that kind of mainstream A-tier level of popularity, this is the best of our generation, and I feel like this is a real moment. And like I say, as long as it stays about the music and it has an overall positive impact, I think this is a great time, regardless of whether it came too late or not. So I don't know, man. I just want to give them all their flowers, really, for everything that they've each done in their the different spaces that they operate in. I think they're all worthy of that credit and have built a legacy. So that's just where I want to leave it personally.
Because there was a lot of doubt, I think, in our circle anyway, about Drake's trajectory in his career. And like the past 5 years, I don't know how, like Sean, you've got the counter for how many years we've been like feeling a bit iffy about it all. But I do think he's definitely redeemed himself back to that place where it's like, do you know what? Like the highs and lows, at least we've got some hard music like throughout. You can definitely make an amazing album or two out of all that music in those past years that we're not really that sure about.
He's always had at least one dope song on every single album.
Yeah.
I've always had to check for the albums.
Yeah.
I'm never not going to be like, I'm not listening to a Drake album. I've always checked for the album because I know there's at least one or two hard songs. And then Scary Hours 3 completely like just, I was like, nah, this guy, that did it for me. I was like,
Top to bottom.
100%.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Brilliant.
Yeah, man.
And one thing I will say,
Well,
with everything that's happening right now, I would definitely want to, I'll definitely listen to more Kendrick's albums through and through. I'm not gonna lie to you, I only listen to his hit songs and a few B tracks. I don't really listen to his stuff through and through because I struggle to listen to him. But this is kind of like pushed me, encouraged me to listen to more. So I'm put some more in my library of his albums, and I'm gonna give him more of a chance because before I struggled, man. But I think now, I don't know, this whole thing ignites something in me to just kind of just to go through his whole catalog like with a flying cone, because he's crazy talented. Like his wordplay His mate, like, it's insane. It is insane. Like, I got to give it to him. I can't front. So that's why, for me, I've enjoyed this whole thing, and I'm excited to kind of see what else I can dive into. But yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, because I can definitely understand.
Well,
Dude,
look,
I
what
feel
is-
like you've got something to say, man.
Pardon?
I need you. I feel like you've been holding back on all.
What, on all the lyrics? I don't want to bore you on all the
Yeah.
what all the lyrics you want.
You've got
Oh
bare to
no,
say, man.
what? Nah, it's just like that WY Melly bar. All I was saying is that, you know, when he addresses Cole and Drake with like, I'm gonna explain why I love you like so much, and it's like 8 bars later. Why I was saying that there was more layers to that. You know how like Cole has gone and addressed and then apologized. You know when he's talking about, you know, the Selly bar. It's almost like he's layered it all up, because he's like, look, yeah, I love you so much, like you love me, but you've gone onto a track with Drake. You're all doing this pally. You've left me out on the side. I felt a type of way with it. Now it's like you want to apologize, and now you want to call me back, and now it's all like friendly. I'm not having any of that. So he feels like it's untrustworthy. Hence why he mentions Melly is like, well, I hope you are my real friends, because if you're not, then it's on that type of wave. That's why there's all those layers, how he built all of that to be in that bar, which makes that line hit even more. So it's not just take that line, it's take the whole thing. Because when you would understand and analyze all of that, then you realize it's even colder than it is before. Then there's bars like, there's some really dark bars as well actually on there. You know, just before the beat switches about, when he talks about Benjamin and Joe Jackson. You know, so Joe Jackson's Michael Jackson's father. You know where he talks about that, where he's basically saying that he's Joe Jackson. So you know how Joe Jackson allegedly was like abusive to Michael Jackson. So if Drake is Michael Jackson, that's who he's saying he is. So there's that as well. There's loads of dark bars. There's the bars in regards to, you know, when he talks about what is it? I've got it up here, where he was talking about, oh yeah, so he says, obviously, we hate the bitches because they confuse themselves with real women. And notice I said we. Now, we understand that obviously Drake's baby mum is from France. We.
Oh,
I never clocked that one. I never clocked that.
So it's a little even.
Done it back the sly way.
Because he's done it in a he's done it in
goodness,
so he's done in that, and there's loads of things that when I keep listening to it, and then you really like sort of unpick the layers. There's so many double and triple entendres on this thing. Like it's actually quite dark when you think of it.
On Man Sam's first listen, like I think I was only 1 minute in. I was like, I feel like this could be one of the greatest diss tracks I've ever heard, because you like, I don't think we've ever heard lyrical layers like this. Like we've heard M do some hard stuff on disses, but Kendrick, like his speedy wordplay is so crazy. Like you can't unpack everything he's saying, and his albums are like that too. So it's a bit mad to hear it on a diss.
But it's just
man. No, we were ending on this real positive note, and now we've just gone back to the darkness. I love it.
That's what I mean, man. It's toxic.
The one thing I just pitched in there, the one that like just made me like laugh out loud was what did he say? He said something, I can't remember what the previous line was, but he said something like, "Let your core audience stomach that, then tell them where you got your abs from." You know, there's the whole thing about Drake with the like. I was like, oh. There's so many, man. But listen, what I wanted to say was like before, we're probably going to wrap soon. Glad we got Sam back as well. I just want to say thank you, Neil, for coming on, because what you've done is like, we're all massive Kendrick fans, yeah. So the fact that you've come on with that different perspective has added a new dynamic.
Kendrick fans.
Wait, what's going on?
I don't want to hear no
new Kendrick fans.
Stop.
What are you on, man?
You've been saying this since 2011. You've been saying that since 2011. No, but honestly though, thank you, because it's given a new dynamic to the show, and I think it was super necessary for this episode. So thank you very much, man.
That's true. We were kind of living in an echo chamber where we kind of just like all not agreed with each other. You know what I mean? Certain things we all agree on, other things we don't. But it's like to have you here back in Cole like that, necessary.
It was needed, you know.
100% it was needed. We needed that. For sure.
I waited on my flight because I've been saying to everyone, like all my friends have been hitting me up about the situation. I've been saying like, nah, Cole's still that guy. Like when I'm listening to the albums, like at the mixtape still, I'm like, yo, like let's not play it. When that might delete later, some of those bars and those songs, I was like, yo, this is crazy. What are we talking about here? Can't discredit him though. Like but yeah,
you made me want to go back to it.
Yeah,
you made me want to go back again.
I'm telling you, go back to it and listen to some of the stuff. Like Because, for example, there's this one, you know that song he did on the mixtape ages ago when he did it that coming from go that song that go. He did his own thing. When he came with that energy, I loved it. Right, the energy he came on with who was it? What track was it? Let's find it. What track was it? It was on I think it was Ray 24. Like when he was coming out like that strong, like he was coming out just so strong, and it's like the energy. I said, yo, this is sick. The flow, the pocket he was in was just incredible. The lines was coming out. I'm like, you can't. You know how hard it is to create something like this and spit it the way he spit it? And even in the off season, like some of the cadences he had, I was like, yo, this is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, we were all gassed off your season. We were gassed off your season.
Yeah.
All of that.
So for me, it's like you can't, anything in the project, you can't discredit all that. Like, for example, even though Robert Kelly, he's crazy for what he did. I'm not gonna save this guy for what he did, but I can't discredit the songs he made and the impact he made. You know what I mean? He's still one of the greatest musicians of all time. Kelly, don't stop laughing.
I still listen to Ignition. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I still
Full name, yeah.
Robert Kelly. You know what's funny? When I watched that documentary, I was like, who is Robert? Who is Robert? And then it's like, oh yeah, it's R. Kelly. I was like, right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So for me, I just wanted to show some love. And
where did Kieran just docked?
Oh, Kieran ducked. Come to listen to Robert Kelly. Jesus. Where's he gone? Okay. Well, yeah. No, thank you again, Neil. I think, listen, there's going to be more developments with this. I'd love to have you back on. I'm sure everyone
100%.
else would to keep up this conversation. Usually with Release Recap, there's a bit more diversity in terms of the projects we listen to, the artists and that. But like we say, this month's been saturated by this situation. Just a quick one again. If you're still listening, check out our monthly playlist. You'll see all the different singles and whatnot that we've been listening to. So just make sure you check that out.
Even though this episode all we spoke about was the disses, I think that's all you really need to know about right now.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the playlist, I'll be honest, April did not get as many spins as March did in terms of the playlist. I've very much been just like on this situation. But were there any other projects that released this month for anyone that they've been checking out? I noted down a few. I know Bryson Tiller dropped. Pharrell dropped a project out of nowhere.
Oh, that was hard.
Gangrene, which is Oh No and The Alchemist. So there's been a few things, but is anything else that people have heard that's come out?
I
this
like
month?
Bryson Tiller's album. That was good. I did enjoy that. Apart from that,
Party Next Door's porn album that came out.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Man.
Oh no!
Have you seen
that album as well?
So,
I've seen one. Sorry.
The artwork for Party Next Door's album that you dropped, or EP that you dropped.
Oh yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Sorry, someone was saying something about a different project. They.
Oh yeah, I said
yes, Sir's album.
Sir's album was good. I did enjoy that. That was a good project.
Was that this month?
Crazy. I
think
believe so. I think
right at the end of last.
Oh, okay. We might not have made our cut-off point. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. It's just singles, really.
It is just singles.
Surprisingly, I'm liking the Stormzy and Heady One single. So.
Oh no, I think that's actually quite fire. You know, I must admit.
Yeah, I'm in a weird spot because of all this beef stuff. I've been listening to a lot of that and missing out whatever the hell else came out. You know.
Do you know what? Other than like the beef and just like keeping up to speed with what's dropping, I've not really been listening to hip hop. I felt like after listening to some of these disses, I'm like, let me get a cleanse from and like listen to music that's not in that realm. So I've been listening to a lot of Vampire Weekend actually. I think their album dropped maybe it was last month or maybe the beginning of this. I can't remember. But
I was shocked to see they're back.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah. I mean, well, listen, every few years they pop up, but yeah. I know the only other one hip hop wise that I know dropped, but I've not got to it yet. Is Brother Ali. That would be.
Oh look, Kieran's on the chat. He's dropped Nas.
Positive spiritual music.
So
Nas?
Yeah, because the single was fire,
and the album
is coming out, so that is going to be fire.
Yeah,
and Nas is on a run, man. If he does it again, then I'm telling you, he's my goat. He's number one if he carries on that run.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we'll have to see, man. I mean, this I don't know what's going to happen next with this situation. I assume Drake will respond. I don't know how much it's going to overtake the scene next month, but yeah, intrigued to see how it pans out. Yeah, man.
This is post-production Sam, and we were in fact wrong at that point in the beef. That was last week. We have had to record an emergency podcast to make sure this episode is up to date. So there is a part 2 in your podcast feed. It's called Emergency Podcast, Drizzy Drake Beef Part 2. I don't know, I haven't named it yet, but we were all wrong. The beef is not over. The beef is alive and kicking. As of recording this on the 8th of May, all those tracks have come out and we've got an episode about it that should be in your podcast feed. This was part 1. Part 2 is there. Press play.